let's move on to PS5. What's PS5 doing while we're talking about all this Nintendo business?
In Japan, you know how people really want Switches? They're willing to pay for Switches.
Yes.
They're apparently not as much willing to own a PS5.
Interesting.
Part of that's due to price increases. To be fair, they've had some price increases in Japan. They went up twice. In fact, I believe at least once, but I think it might have been twice. So what is becoming popular, though, and more popular than they expected, Japanese retailer Geo has said renting PS5s is more popular than they expected. The service is provided around by 400 stores across Japan. Lets players rent PS5s for $6.62 for 8 days, or $12.02 for 15 days. They claim that the release of Monster Hunter Wilds has been extremely popular and has spurred the success of the service. A UK leasing agency offers a similar service, and they can choose to do it for 12 months, 24 months, or 36 months at €21.95 per month. That's good.
I'm trying to do the math right now. Because let's see.
500 euro divided by 22. So that would be that's 22 months. So if you were renting a PS5 for 22.72 months is the amount you would pay just to buy more.
Which at that point, given the console life cycle, it'd be better to come up with a loan, I guess.
Oh my god. We are cooked, bro.
I know. Yeah.
We are cooked.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that someone would rather pay weekly to rent a PS5 than just buy one outright.
Yeah.
We are so done. This is wild to me.
Oh,
Japan, I kind of got it because of the space issue. Okay, sure, you prefer handhelds for that reason, but you really want to play Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter is the only game you care about. But oh my god, Europe as well. Jesus, we're so done. We're so fucked.
My video game theater idea doesn't work right now because they don't allow internet cafes to have access to a lot of console libraries for rent. But if this keeps going in this direction, I think I'm gonna jump on this. Sony, come on, I'll give you a little bit of the cut if they use your console each time they rent it.
Just fucking what, dude? I get that I have a decent paying job and I have an affordable housing situation. I get it that I'm not in a standard position, but this just seems fucking crazy to me.
The other option is what we've been talking about, which is we start moving back towards Switch 2 stuff. Just time to be making smaller games, man.
I guess so. It's the only way it's gonna work. The PS5 at this point is, it's 5 years old. It'll be 5 years old in November.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, at that point, if we can't cut the price of the system at all, then yeah, we're just cooked.
Yeah.
Though in Japan's case, the PS5 is technically more expensive than Europe or the USA as well.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, we're
But that's the
so
thing though, is
done.
this could be telling depending on how things go. If tariffs go through and prices go up everywhere, uh we could be looking at potential renting situations, in which case I would hope a lot of people would be like, all right, I'm gonna play, some smaller stuff on maybe some less powerful consoles or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, like I'm building that PC at the end of the year, and it's probably gonna be my last PC for a long while. I'm
Hmm.
gonna run that motherfucker into the ground.
Right. Yeah.
Just cause like you can't fucking no, like just what the fuck? And like if you can't sell a PS5 at 4.5 years in at a profit, oh, what is the price of PS6 gonna be? That's
Right.
supposed to be out in like November of 2027. What the fuck?
I
Could be like that's gonna launch at $700.
I don't. It's hard for me to imagine. I can't even think about the next generation right now, both in terms of just trying to budget a console, another console in, and in terms of like, yeah, I really got the most out of the PS5. I feel like we're getting close to the ceiling here. Like, I don't feel that at all, and I recognize we're in the
I
middle of
don't
it
either.
still, but it's just like there's someone out there like at Sony trying to imagine the next PlayStation. It's like, dude, I don't even.
Yeah, like okay, so the rumor is 2027 or 2028 is when we're getting new consoles.
Right.
Right? Like that's gonna be the time frame.
Hmm.
And like if that's true, which, depending on how the economy goes over the next couple of years, that might get delayed
Yeah.
because that's what happened with the PS4. It was like that was supposed to be 2010, suddenly became 2013.
Hmm.
But like okay, so if we're sitting here at like 2028 even, it's like how many games that take advantage of PS5 are there? It's like okay, like all 4 or 5 Insomniac games
Hmm.
and Souls. Yeah, Gran Turismo is better enough over its PS4 counterpart to where I would say that. Uh, but like, it, oh fuck, what? Death Stranding 2 is
Yep.
probably gonna be another one of those. Ghost of Yote, that's gonna be another one of those.
Hmm.
It's like, GTA, sure, that's 9. But like right now, there's like 10 to 12 games, and like I'm obviously not working at like I'm mostly not looking at third party. It's like third party. There's some stuff like Expedition 33 just come out, and that obviously could not run on a PS4. You
Sure.
look at that game and you're like fuck no, that barely runs on a PS5. Um, like I was playing it last night, and I was like Jesus,
So we are
this
getting
might be one of the
some
best
games
looking
that are
games.
hitting the ceiling right now.
Yeah, you think a couple. Like I think Spider-Man 2 obviously hit that fucking wall real hard.
Okay.
Like I think Spider-Man 2 like that like oh, that game was pretty. Um but yeah, so I don't know. I think there are some games that have hit that wall, but not nearly enough third-party games to make me go, "Oh shit. Yeah, it's time." It's not like the end of the PS4's life where like that thing like in 2020, the PS4 Pro and the PS4 especially, that thing was begging for the sweet release of death.
Right.
Versus like, I played plenty of PS5 games and PS5 Pro games, and they seem fine. Like I just played The Last of Us 2 with my girlfriend on my base PS5 in the living room. Seems great. I played Metaphor Refantasio on the Pro in the office, and yep, I don't feel like I'm really bottlenecked at all
Right.
on
Yeah.
either of them. So it's like, I just don't see a reason right now. And then PC space. I'm just limited by VRAM.
Right.
Not anything. I'm just bottlenecked on VRAM on a base 3080. Like if this thing had 16 gigs of VRAM, I wouldn't even be worth sweating right now. I'd be like, oh well, I don't need I need a better processor, but not a better whole computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And what we're bumping into is like, first of all, diminishing returns, but second of all, like I don't know, the appetite for spending what's likely going to be like $600, on a console for what are the improvements going to be? Maybe they come up with something.
I mean, like
I don't know.
Like I'm looking at the like PC space, and I'm just like, I don't know. I guess faster memory, kind of it.
Right.
You
I'm just
know,
sitting here thinking about
like
like the
that.
Switch 2 is coming out, and like I don't know, I'm excited for it. It's not a huge
Well,
departure.
I think that's because like the portable space has leaps to make.
Yeah.
Like playing a game like Cyberpunk on a Switch is is awesome. That's kind of crazy.
Right.
Versus like, seeing marginally prettier or better running Spider-Man 3 is just kind of like, yeah, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know,
You know.
like, yeah, I look at Expedition 33 and I'm like, yeah, that's one of the best looking games I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But it is but I also played Yakuza in Hawaii earlier this year, and it looks like the same engine that the first one ran on, or the first, not the first Like a Dragon, the like first Ichiban game did in 2020 when these consoles launched.
Right.
It like, does Resident Evil 4 look better than Resident Evil Village? Yeah. Do either of these games look bad on a base PS4? No.
Hmm.
Or base PS5, they do look bad on base PS4. Real bad on base PS4.
Okay.
Like on PS5, no, not at all. I think that it's because we can't reasonably make easy upgrades anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I talked about this a little bit last week. Is you look at the jump over PS2's life, right? Like PS2, it was like high 200 nanometer, and by the end of its life, it was like 65 nanometer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were able to shrink that so much to a massive degree, which means they could shrink the housing and shrink the cooling and make it so like every part of it was a cheaper system than what the old PS2 was. Right now, like, you can't shrink the console all that much. Like, it's already 6 nanometer.
It's ridiculous.
Right now, cut it. What?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, you can go to 2 nanometer. That'd be cutting edge. We have one big jump left when it comes to die size.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, you have to choose, okay, do I want to make this console bigger and more power hungry, or is it now time just to sit here
Right.
and deal? I don't know what the pros is. I actually need to check that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, PS4 Pro is a 4 nanometer.
Okay.
A lot of people consider that jump small. I think it's bigger than people think, but I also think that if you're buying a PlayStation 5 Pro, or thinking about buying one, I would tell people, go get a better television first.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm telling a lot of people. Like, they're looking at graphics cards, looking at new systems. I'm like, you're not going to get the most out of this without a good monitor. Start looking into really good OLED monitors with VR art.
Right.
That's what I'm telling people. Is like, go look into LG C4s and I forget the PC monitor I'm looking at. That's an OLED, but yeah, like, go start looking into those, because that's going to be a meaningful difference to you. Like,
and at that point, you're asking people to invest money in stuff other than the console itself to try and get these gains, because that's where the gains are to be had.
Yeah, like, the games right now are not in the boxes or even the video cards. It is legitimately like in the it's in the displays at this point.
It's time to start investing in
it's
4K, high refresh rate OLED.
VRR support, which Like, yeah, like that. I think I went shopping with Anthony recently. He's looking at buying one. I think it's $850 for a 42-inch LG C4.
Okay.
Which is not bad. Like for what is essentially the best in class within reason uh display you can get.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, it's fantastic. It's not bad at all.
Right.
Especially because since it's 4K and we're barely playing games at 4K on PC even, it's gonna last you a long fucking time.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, man, I would say that's an option. And then when you start looking into monitors, you can get that feature out of a 27-inch monitor for, if you shop around, you can find $500. I'm waiting for sales, but
Yeah.
if you're willing to wait for sales, like around $500. You know,
Yeah. That,
just so
so during this
so
move, I
yeah.
found a crack in my TV, so I'm going to be TV shopping myself here.
Let me know, dog. I got you.
I'll let you know. Yeah,
Uh,
for sure. I got to clean this place up, but
uh,
yeah, you'll be the first to know.
yeah. I think the LG C5 actually just came out. Yep, it did. Okay. Which that's the one step up. Yeah, those are kind of pricey still though because they're brand new.
Right.
And if you're willing to be 1 year behind and lose out on a little bit of brightness, yeah, $1,100 for 55 inches, not bad.
Yeah.
That's not horrible.
I got to work out my budget, and to be honest with you, I think a lot of people are probably gonna, if we need to invest in something, hopefully tariffs don't mess things up too much, and maybe we can wait for a Black Friday kind of sale.
That too. I know that I think when we got ours on like a fall sale, or in the Black Friday sale. Black
Hmm.
Friday actually would have been a little bit cheaper, but we got ours on a fall sale. So
Okay.
yep,
Cool. Yeah,
yep,
that's
yep.
something to keep in mind. Renting PS5s could be coming here. we can't afford this shit. Oh no. Ooh. So, yeah. What do we got next here? Oh God. All right. Yeah. We're gonna get into this real quick. I'll go ahead.
So we got some interesting comments.
Yeah. Yeah. You field that. I'm gonna talk about this next news story where Discord CEO has stepped down and is being replaced with an ex Activision Blizzard vice chairman. How are you feeling about this?
This tells me that Discord is about to become very, very corporate and monetized.